hopefully, in a moment or two. Christ in a basket. Oh, that is the wrong fucking... Probably eventually going to have to just give up trying to do bloody... There we go. Okay, Twitch is back. I'm just trying to get YouTube's chat back just in case. I mean, not many people use the chat in YouTube. There's going to be a slight echo, I suspect, potentially for a moment or two. But nonetheless, just in case someone pops up into the Tubingtons. Oh, come on. Doot doot. Is that official slang for it's back, or just general noise? Okay. Right. Oh, fucking however many times we've done this. Fuck me. 500th time's a charm of just trying to get the fucking thing to work. I suppose, as I've said in the past, I feel like it... I really don't think it's my side. I know that's possibly a little bit smug and possibly entirely inaccurate, but I genuinely don't... I've not used my sniper rifle, I suppose, the thing there, so I don't need ammunition. But I really think... I think it is just Twitch. With the whole lockdown thing, so many people are... Potentially, it's probably a combination of both, and it's probably people watching and... Oh, apparently... Oh, I see, it's a tiny hole that I was supposed to go into. But a combination of people streaming far more than ever before and watching far more than ever before, perhaps, equates to sort of... Probably as well, I suppose, lesser... You know, I can't help but think there's probably a little bit of code in there somewhere that says, well, he's only got a few viewers. Prioritise the big the big fellas, the big individuals. Or so arguably, it's not usually the big fellas, is it? It's the big, it's the big boobs. They're the ones that really get the views. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but still. Yeah, I think a lot of them are now sort of tawnies are... Because I noticed, I don't think they've ever done it in the past, and I might be wrong on that occasion. I've never noticed it on Twitch in the past. But instead of actual real-world football, which I'm fairly confident... Chester, you might be a better judge of this, but I'm fairly confident real-world football's all been sort of called off. But they have actually been doing like a full force... A full force sort of Twitch style FIFA tournament. Which is, I mean, mildly fascinating to, you know... Oh, wow, that was... Oh! I think I might be in love with the sniper rifle. I don't know, but one crucial thing is why do I... Oh, there we go. I say, why did I lose my bloody scope for a moment there? Oh, it might have been, I suppose, because I was reloading. So the reticule disappeared. Oh.
More coming.
Ah, are you a football fan as well? I did not know. I don't think I... Well, I mean, I'm not going to put it past my memory to have forgotten that you were a football fan only, but certainly it's mostly Chester, I hear. Chester and Punk are the ones, I think, who tend to discuss it within the Discord. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a Healy Doodah. Hey! Whoa, you little shit.
I require your assistance.
Yeah, I will resist. Resistance is proving slightly futile, but fuck it. Right, might as well heal up. And yes, a bunch of English players at a FIFA tournament. Yes, that's what I spotted the other day, I think. I must admit, I didn't bother looking at it because fucking. It's one of those ones where sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes I can enjoy a sort of sports game that I don't necessarily enjoy the actual sport to, because I'm not a football watcher. But as I say, on some occasions I can in fact sort of look at some games of a sport and go, yeah, that's quite interesting. I'll play that. I can play that and enjoy it. I used to own both. It's probably not FIFA. It's probably something way in the past. It was definitely an EA one, so I don't think that's... I don't know if that gives you a clue, but the one on the Mega Drive, I had sort of the precursor, perhaps, almost, I don't know, on the Mega Drive, and that was moderately fun. And the reason why that was moderately fun was because it was quite interesting. I used to put all my mates from school in there as a sort of custom team, and that was always mildly amusing. You don't care about FIFA? Ah, I see. I'm slightly surprised. Although I have no reason to be surprised. I'd like to point that clarification out. You do play your Football Manager, though, don't you? Ah, there we go. Confirmation just prior to me thinking of it myself. I look over the chat and you've already confirmed the Football Manager
Dr.
link.
McCoy, how are you progressing?
I suppose I made the spurious error, and I apologise for it. I made the spurious error of going, he plays Football Manager, of course he plays FIFA.
Zulu stunned a pregnant female that tried to attack us. Then, like an idiot, I tried to perform an emergency C-section to save the little bastard. The slimy thing came out all teeth and claws, nearly bit my hand off.
Jesus.
Well, I'm glad you think it's
I mean, I found it funny. Kirk really shouldn't find it funny. He's the captain.
Just
Fucking
repeat
hell.
Stand comms in case we need you.
You got it, Jim.
I'm allowed to find it funny. I'm an asshole. Kirk, you're not allowed to find it funny. You're the captain. This is interesting. I can't seem to... Because I believe... In every drop of rain that falls, yes, I believe... Oh, I believe... This distinctly feels like I'm supposed to be going up here. Ah, there we go. Yes, FIFA is probably the biggest one, but I gotta say, I find it moderately fascinating seeing sort of comedians on Twitch to a certain extent. As I say, the fellow I've been watching recently is Robotron. I mentioned him the other week, and he is fucking hilarious. I absolutely adore his dark room stuff. It is truly wonderful. If you are in need of a good laugh, you know, look up Robotron and his dark room. The dark room, it is brilliant. He's kind of riffing off of the crowd, and it really is very good considering it's Twitch based as well. You know, I think he does do it as a live show as well, but nowadays he does it on Twitch, and it works really well because he's got the sort of votes. You can vote in the Twitch chat and stuff, all that sort of fancy stuff. Shut up! I missed. Oh shit! That's an actual nest. I didn't think they were going to nest me in such a small environment, but apparently they were perfectly happy to nest me. Ah, so this, I had a slight feeling that I was going to be entering a secret. Unfortunately, I keep just not using grenades, which means that little secret cache. We'll just double check some of these, but yeah, that secret cache completely useless to me. Completely useless to me. But oh yes, I was talking about comedians. I've spotted Ian Sterling on there, and he plays FIFA, and it is just atrocious. You know, you'd think a professional comedian might be able to make it at least a little bit entertaining, but fuck me, no, fuck me. That game is dull as dull can possibly be. I mean, I'm sure it's not too bad if you love football to a certain extent and you like all these things, but a hell of a lot of it is just, oh, I'm picking these cards for my footballers. Oh, I've picked these cards for my footballers. They're not very good cards. Oh, now I've picked more cards for the footballer. Oh, no, oh, Jesus. And trust me, I play this game, and this is classified as atrocious. So I'm great with boring visuals to a certain extent, but flipping Nora. Oh,
Think we can actually get across that? I believe it is possible.
I believe in every drop of rain that falls. I believe. Yes, I believe. Tally ho, around the corner. And away we go. Well, there's a little dude over there. Bang goes the little dude. Don't know. Oh, there's Gorn. There's official Gorn over there. Oh, interesting. I've managed to do in my bloody gun. So it's very peculiar that I can do that, but I must admit I thought I could potentially shoot, but I can't shoot from this sort of. Oh, I can. That's weird. I charged up a shot right at the right while I was crawling along the wall,
we will need to jump.
and lo and behold. Right, okay.
There's another one.
Where's another what? Well, okay, almost came a cropper there because I did a little bit too much of a jump. Unfortunately, when he starts doing his little rolls, I must admit, shit! I forgot this gun doesn't charge. I was so obsessed with the idea that I could hold it down for a charge. I just fired at the fucker. That needed more. That needed a lot more. Well, that's me trying it again. I think I might be able to do that with the sprint jump, but I sort of went, nah. Oh, well, that now isn't that helpful? Because I get a second chance at fucking him in the head. Oh, I see. It's actually a balance beam over here, I think. Is it? Oh, careful. Don't you fuck me over, Spock. Oh, I got the wavy arms. Oh, look at me. I've got my wavy arms. Oh, no. Oh, no, Vera. I've got the wavy arms. Boost partner.
Help me up, Captain.
Kurt, I think you gripped onto the wrong bit of wall there, didn't you, mate? Yeah, it's a shame he's got the gun in his hand when he does that. Very silly. Whoop. Camera. Chew. Beer shit. Heal up there. I don't actually need to heal, so... But it also was completely the wrong direction for healing. I suppose I could get Kirk to pick up one of their guns, but I think he's better with the sniper rifle as well, to be honest.
You are correct.
Okay, find a path around the Gorn checkpoint. So, let's scan that for starters. That'll get me an extra bit of experience. Let's actually try to do the thing properly. Oh. Okay, I think he saw me. Right, well. Do you think he saw us? I think he did. Well, that's clearly moderately acceptable. I got caught by the guard. Okay, so I wonder if hopping down here we go. This might be my secret path around the Gorn checkpoint. I know I technically still ended up destroying the dude at the Gorn checkpoint, but none of oh, very nearly dollops, very nearly dollops. Didn't need those dollops in my life. If I wanted dollops, I'd have some fucking dollops, but I don't want dollops in my life. Find an alternate path. I did, and so I win. Tally a fucking ho. Still a lot of growling noises around here.
There's a lot of them near that door. I think they're protecting something.
Perhaps they are protecting a way in.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Go find the door? Is that what you want me to do? I probably can do that. Oh, there's one over there. Oh, he's coming down. Oh, he's seen me. Right, fuck. So much for stealth. So much for stealth. So much for stealth. Please stop doing that. You annoying cocksucker. Yes, indeed. That is what you are. Oh, nice one, Kurt. Well done. You beat the enemies. Because it's new, I'm going to use the arc driver for a bit. I think it said arc driver. Phew!
Watch out!
Electrics. But obviously there's Gorn, you fucking twit. What else do you think is lying around here? Flipping moron. If we can just wangle that. Yes, we can. Super. I might get shot in the back, which would be terribly inconvenient. And, you know, a little bit rude. Ow, I did get shot in the back. I told you that was going to be rude. I don't think he cared. Now that turret's back to sleepy mode. We can get on with this time. Hey! No, okay. Fucking Gorn. Any more? Any more? Or can I get on with this turret? Because whether I need to do this turret or not, I am now doing this turret. It's a matter of flipping principle now. Those two. I think in fact... Oh no, they don't. Bam. Right, unlock that. Don't need plasma grenades, that's fine. Might as well heal since I can, because... Fuck me. They just kept on coming up my backside, coming up my backside, and I didn't like it. But you wouldn't, would you? I mean... It's not unreasonable to not like that. I don't really need to heal the second time. Is that a thing I can do? Oh, unpowered. Maybe I have to get up close and do it. Yes, I do. Or at least I had to open it, apparently. Squiggly diggles. Where's the squiggly diggles? Squiggly diggles. Oh, no, okay. Oh, apparently the squiggly diggles. I think the squiggly diggles is just random noise interference. That's the slightly wider one. That one, that one, that one. Ba-da-ding, ding, ding. What's this? Coming over the hill, is it a monster? It might be a monster. Scan that weapon, yes. Because otherwise I would nearly forgot to do it. Pillager, don't really want pillager. Ooh, where are we going? Through this door? Felt like that door was the correct way, but apparently not so much. Oh. I want to be careful there, but I think I'm far enough out of that turret's range to be able to just pootle in and do this. One for squares. No. That one I wasn't even really looking at, I was just hitting A the moment I lined any of them up. Replenishment ammunition. Just a minute, I have gotten slightly lost. I wonder, am I supposed to be going underground again? I don't honestly think I am. Or, not underground, underwater. No, I'm relatively certain I'm supposed to be here. I fear the tricorder is failing me in terms of actual direction to go. It's kind of more over that way. Which is slightly problematic, but I got a feeling that, yeah, that's just the checkpoint I bypassed. So I definitely feel like it should be over here somewhere, but I can't seem to find where it is. Are we 100% sure it's not that door? Ah. Oh, I closed the door I was supposed to be opening. Fuck me.
Let's go this
Flipping moron. Sally ho. Come on, pull me up. As opposed to pull me off. Everybody wants to get pulled off by Kirk. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, make your way through the tunnel system. We win! I think we might be back to where we started. No, not quite yet. We are close, I think, to what we saw right at the very beginning of the game.
We're almost there. I can't take much more of this smell.
If we are going to reach tomorrow, we will need to find a way inside the complex.
My thoughts exactly.
Okay, so you want me to find an alternate way. I'm loosely assuming maybe the alternate way is... oh, no, that's death water this time. That's not That's not the world's greatest design, is it?
There, I can't take
Because
much more of the smell.
If we are going to reach tomorrow,
is that definitely death
we
water?
need to find a
That's
way
definitely
inside
death
the
water,
complex.
which is exactly the same water as non-death water. That's, you know, they needed to make
Please, I hope
this
we're almost there. I
water
can't take much more of the smell.
substantially
If we are going to
different
reach tomorrow,
so that it didn't
we
look
need to
like
find a way inside the complex.
swimming pool water.
Thoughts exactly.
Well, that was poorly done. I don't know if this gun's got a... I think this gun's got an alternate fire. Oh, yes it does. Oh, I see. You fire it off as like a massive missile.
The creatures we met when we
How
landed.
They
fascinating.
are the same, Captain.
They're using them as slaves.
I suspect that this is what the Gorn will do to the rest of our galaxy if they are allowed to harness the power of the Helios device.
I am in
Ow,
dire
shit.
need of assistance.
Oh, well, I lost that, alright. Placed a massive epic rocket. Boom! Epic rocket for the win, I think. Although it does pretty much take all of your ammunition, which is not so good.
We must not let them get behind us.
Well, I mean, stop turning around then. It's like a simple enough premise to me. Oh, that's inconvenient. Arg.
Hold on, I'll help you.
Oh dear, Kurt needs me to heal him. It's not convenient.
We're injured.
Oh dear. Feels like the sort of moment you just call it quits and... oh, there we go. I'm going to have to call it quits. Call it quits and try and start again. But my stealth tactic really should have
Please, I
worked
hope
a
we're
bit
almost there.
better.
I can't
But
take much
oh
more of the
well.
smell.
If we are going to reach tomorrow,
I think he just kind of
We need to
stopped
find
and
a way
turned
inside the
around,
complex.
which is the bane of all
Thoughts
stealth.
exactly.
The bane of all stealth games. The guard who randomly turns around at the worst possible moment. You've got it all in hand, and then suddenly,
they are the same.
poof,
They're
he
using
just
them as
randomly turns
slaves.
around for no
I suspect
reason.
that this is what the Gorn will do to the rest of our galaxy if they are allowed to
No
harness the
reason
power
whatsoever,
of the Helios device.
and happens to spot you. I can't deny it. I do slightly wish I still had my sniper rifle, but I'm unlikely to get my sniper rifle back, owing to the fact that I ditched it way back where. For the sake of the Vault driver thing. Tension music. Ooh, tension music. Ooh, tension sheet. Have you got a tension sheet? Ooh, tension music. Oh, fuck off. Okay, that makes me angry. I mean, many things make me angry, but that one slightly more so, because fuck me.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Let me try and waggle my way around. I can do something here. I don't know precisely how long my bleed out meter lasts, but... Down but not out achievement, super. Because no, Kirk has gone. Okay, well that's that done. Fuck me. Okay, let's
Please,
try
I
and
hope we're almost there. I can't take much more
let's
of the
try and
smell.
stealth one
If
more
we are going to
better.
reach tomorrow, we'll need to
But-
find a way inside the complex.
Thoughts exactly.
She kind of had an odd sense of vision there, which is slightly annoying.
Those look like the creatures we met when we landed.
They are the same, Captain.
They're using them as slaves.
I suspect that this is what the Gorn will do to the rest of our galaxy if they are allowed to harness the power of the Helios
So
device.
what we're probably going to do is a slightly slight variant of the tactic. What we'll do is we'll wait for her to pass down, but what we'll try and do is stun her this time first. So we'll go for the stun. Let's just double check I do have the phaser equipped. Yes, I do. I'll be very annoyed if I try this tactic. Although, having said that... Okay. I mean... It's slightly different and could work in my favour. because I can now sort of sneak a little bit more along this. Did he see me? I don't think he's seen me. We can drop down to this one. As usual, Spot couldn't quite make up his mind. Oh! Fuck me sideways. Well, once again, so much for the stealth bar. Bloody turret. Well, you're my turret now. You do rather need some health here. Unfortunately, you don't really get health back until you get an official health point. Trying to lead the target, and I actually did. Genuinely slightly surprised at that. There we go. Got another turret on my side. That should make things a lot easier. Well, turret for a turret there. We may have actually gotten through the situation. Extremely sloppy, but oh, I think I might have blown myself. Oh no, there's another turret over there. Plus, there is an alarm going. I don't know if deactivating that's a good idea or a bad idea. Oh, there is a. No, that's a hacking thing. Okay. What's the goal? The goal is the square thing, isn't it? So, we'll pop round here. And then we should be able to pop round the other side easily enough. I say easily enough. A bit tight fitting thing, but there we go. Power reroute successful. I'm sure that's a benefit somewhere online. Scan sort of a strange something. Is that a weapon? Oh, an instrument of science, maybe. But we're not entirely certain. No, I probably do want that bridge on. Make it easier to walk past. Tension music is definitely ramped up, isn't it? It's now the "you very nearly fucked it up" music.
Most curious.
Oh, it's my turret. What the fuck was following me there? Ah, the railer, I think, is their sniper rifle, so that's at least going to be a little bit different. That enter security camera view. Yeah, that's not going to be all. It's not going to be that useful to me. I've kind of fucked it up now, so it's not going to be useful having a. What's it thingy? But I think this is a dead end, annoyingly. I suppose technically I've got the scan, but it's still. What would be classified as a dead end? Not, oh, unless... Is that climbable? That is a climbable, okay. So it's not quite as dead as I thought. Well, having said that, I feel like this is probably the super stealth path if you'd paid more attention and not just shot your way in. Oh, you can always fix people not being as dead as you think. Shoot more bullets. What I fear I can't fix is not having the faintest fucking clue where I'm going. Which is definitely... I mean, apparently, I'm supposed to be finding alternate path in. I can't even find the main path in. So this is going to end poorly for all involved. Ah, there's a door. After all that, it was as simple as a door. Oh, no. No. Oh, Kirk, you're losing it, mate. And yes, it is all Kirk's fault. As we have established, everything is Kirk's fault because it couldn't possibly be mine. No, sorry. Ah, Heelys. That's what we really need. A nice pair of Heelys on our feet. That will really make us fly down the path. What is that thing? I do not actually... Oh, it's a pillager. Meh. I don't really care about a pillager. I suppose technically... Is that an ammo one? Yeah, I think it is. Let's try and find out what this gun does, because I don't think I've ever played it. So there's a charge shot and a sort of pew shot. Oh! That was interesting. I think the pew shot... Cool! The pew shot is a turret summoner. Now I can replenish my ammo and carry on. So I think you can go through that little sort of portal-y thing. I don't know. I don't know how beneficial portal-y thing is going to be for me. Or, I mean, you've got to assume it does something. There we go, hold to teleport. Yeah, why not? Have a go. That might be the secret path, I suppose. So that's not very secret for a secret path. Oh. Ah. I think that's the secret path if you actually use it the other way round. Outside of that, I don't think it's any use. Okay, let's at least try a little bit of stealth until it all goes horribly wrong and I have to shoot my way out. Oh, I think. Well, they've spotted me turrets. I think that basically means I'm in trouble. Yeah. Oh no, that noise officially means I'm in trouble. Yes, I've noticed there's another one behind me, Kurt. Could you maybe, you know, do something? Yep.
My strength is waning.
Annoyingly, when you don't do it stealthily, they do call in a shit ton of extra troops. Which does prove
Hold on, Captain,
troublesome.
I will help you.
Yeah, I wouldn't make promises. I wouldn't make promises like that. I would like to try it. Ow, 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 do you mind? Oh, is that a fucking enemy turret? Yes, it is. Ow. Oh, I see. I think there's a stealther on the wall, which is not helpful. Luckily, I have a solution to a stealther on the wall, and that's a massive fuck-off explosion. Which I suppose, arguably, is usually the solution. I'll hack that. I don't really know what it is, but I'll hack it anyway. I don't actually know precisely what it is, but it's gotta be a good thing to actually have a bit of a fiddle. Oh, you've kind of gripped onto that. I didn't really need you to. Oh my god, tension music is so tense. Tension music is so tense. Hey, that's not really what I want to do. Stand in front of a turret or two. Yeah, that's my turret gun. We'll see where this leads, and then I might try and travel. That's a teleporter again. That may be the correct teleporter this time. But, oh, that's a bad. Yep, yep. That's unfortunate. I went through the grinders. It's also unfortunate that I'm all the way back here. Let's transfer back to that weapon. Do I definitely have full ammo? Yes, I do. I don't, however, have full health. I suppose it gives me an opportunity to try and stealth better. Not that I ever really stealth better, but... Oh. Hey there, buddy. Turn around so I can kick the shit out of you. Say kick the shit out of you, pinch the shit out of you. Oh, I think that's already my turret. Fuck. I think I may have just given away my position. No? Oh, I think we're goodish. Much like modern life, I think we may be goodish. Oh no, we're definitely not goodish anymore. Caught the stealther on the wall.
Incoming!
I prefer there not to be. I genuinely read that as the question, but is it black shit? And I was thinking, not that I know of, but it's definitely plausible. I mean, I can't help but think black shit is probably slightly unhealthy as well. So probably not good to have. Right, this time I plan on not throwing myself into the grindy gears. Also, can try and avoid that turret a little bit more efficiently. But I genuinely thought the wire to the turret... Okay, the wire to the turret is over here, override turret there, right. But I genuinely thought the turret was actually down below, which is why I ended up just sort of skipping into the bloody thing, skipping into the grinder. Which I suppose arguably you would probably skip to grinder. it's not the right thing to say. You can skip to Tinder as well, just to make it even. Make it all even nicely. You can skip wherever you want. Usually a solution presents itself using a tricorder. Ah, no, this is a timing one because I saw it go off. This might be a tricorder one. I'm not entirely sure what I'm actually hacking here, because the flames don't appear to be turning off, which to me is... I kind of thought that was the point in this hack system, that I was actually turning the flames off. Apparently, not so much. Or I need more of them, I suppose. Maybe I need to turn all of them off in order to officially be classified as having turned them all off. As far as I can tell, I'm turning those things off and it's entirely pointless.
Fascinating.
Well, I didn't think so. I thought it was entirely pointless. But oh, a triple! That's an official Star Trek-y thing, yeah. The trouble with triples. Now, I'm just devilishly curious. Where do I go next? Because I've come all the way here, apparently, seemingly, for naught but a tribble. And call me old-fashioned, but I want more than just a tribble as my source of doing. Oh, shit. Well, I'm in the grinder thing again. Luckily, I suppose. It's not taking me back too far, but yeah, I might need some help knowing nowhere to go. Yeah, I'm gonna burn myself. No, we're alright. Unfortunate thing is just having to do all these bits again. See, it was all over the house, but nonetheless we did make it. Let's classify that as a win. I'd prefer not to have a nice melt, because I think that would be, you know... I don't know why it has sonar. Ah, here we go. Right, so I went down the wrong way. There is an official ladder. So don't go into the sort of ooze and death. Apparently I got the commendation for that one, and the achievement for commendations. Awesome. I'll take both of those. I'll take both of those happily, I suppose.
Spock, any idea how we can find Tamar?
If we can hack into a security terminal, we may be able to discern her location. I have set our tricorders to detect security terminals.
How would you actually technically manage that? Because you don't really know what their security terminals are going to be like. So how can you just, you know... Oh yes, I'll just set the tricorder to scan for security terminals. Yeah, it's that simple. I suppose technically it is in a sci-fi drama. They don't like to have it complicated in a sci-fi drama.
The worst has happened. My starbase is in ruins. My shuttle crew has been captured by the Gorn. They've begun torturing us for information, but we don't know what they want. And the
God
worst
damn it, we
part
don't know what they
is that
want.
all of this is my fault. These things came through the tear in space-time that I was so eager to explore. But how was I to know? How can anyone know? I was acting in the best interests of Starfleet. But now we've met an enemy that I'm not sure even Starfleet can withstand.
Don't you worry. I'm Commander Spock. I can handle anything. I've been handling Captain Kirk
Take
for
our
years.
combined efforts to crack this system.
Hey, that was a nice easy one.
We're in. Thanks for the help.
Oh, apparently I went the right way. Did I say that? I mean, it looks suspiciously like I went the right way.
Spock, are you saying what I'm saying?
These items could only have come from Starfleet officers.
Oh dear. Can we scan any of them? No. But there is a rather nice looking phaser there. Rather nice looking phaser. And I think it's very similar to the phaser Kirk has. Because what's it mildly interesting, if you've not noted this previously... Whoa! Hello, Spock. I was trying... and failing apparently. I was trying to get round to see if we can just... No, it's just about... We can just about see you. I may have noticed Spock previously, yeah. Only every session. But you can see Kirk's phaser there is actually subtly different to Spock's phaser, which I quite liked as a little detail. I'm assuming it's based on the film, and therefore the film's detail, I suppose. But nonetheless, it is quite interesting to see them having slightly different phasers. Now this could be a problem. This guy's got a massive axe. It looks like we may have entered the room in stealth, so questionable as to whether it's a boss battle or not. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. So the commendation is do it. Are you fucking shitting me? Yeah. No. I immediately got attacked. That is. Oh, that is special. Oh well, never mind. I'm not too far. Oh, that's a chest behind the vent. Oh no, it's a vent behind the thing. There's a chest over there. I suppose scan the guy with the axe. That'll do. Huh. What are you? The pillager? Nah, I don't really want a pillager. I prefer my sniper weapons. I may not be very good with them, but I do prefer my sniper weapons. So this was probably a really good fucking shortcut, perhaps, to avoid that guy I ended up shooting. So, bit of a waste of time now I shot him, but fuck it. It possibly does. They may have a weapon called the Raper and the Pillager. Two separate ones. They do it separately. Or Raper and Burner. Sorry, they have the Pillager. It was me being stupid, as is so often why. unlock that so I can use the ladder. Or jump. I hit the wrong button, as is so often the way. And it turns out... Oh, that's the security... professionals can use that security view to ascertain the enemy positions and therefore do a much better job of stealthing. Me, I'm just going to wander in, hope for the best, and if it all goes horribly wrong, shoot them all in the face. That's the way I do things. That's the way my pappy did things. That's the way my grandpappy did things. That's the way we do things around here. Oh, that looks to be a security camera. Oh, that alerted everybody. Oh, I tell you what I should have done. I should have tried the tricorder. Because if I tried the tricorder, I might have been able to hack the camera rather than just try and explode it. So, oh well. I will survive. As long as I've had my Weetabix, I might just stay alive. I've got 6 more things to do. Looks like I haven't got a clue, but I will survive. I'm going to get shot in the back, aren't I? I believe, yeah, I think they did the ting of fucking they're on to you. Yep. Oh, I didn't just get shot in the back. I got fucking wrecked. That was moderately handy because I had just enough time to get the charge shot going whilst lying on the floor. Any more for any more? Must use more plasma grenades. Right. Now, back to the task at hand. I don't necessarily know this is going to be a beneficial room to go into, but fuck it, we're going to go in. The things I start, I tend to give up and leave halfway done, but on this occasion, I'm going to start and finish. I think it is that one after all. I thought it was too shallow a wave. Right, in we go. Or is it? Oh, I think that, yeah, right, okay, that's back to the start room. So that was well done, wasn't it? Oh, there's a turret. Oh, okay, well that's...
Look out, there's...
that's a turret I didn't know existed. Yeah, that button plays. That button plays. And now your turret belong to us. Or does it? Did it work? Yes, it did work. Okay. Right. That's the door I'm hacking. That doesn't help me with the turret situation. I suppose we'll wait and see if the turret situation resolves itself. It's going to be one of these waves here, that one. Super. It's the sawtoothy. Not quite sawtooth, I don't think, but close enough. I don't care. Oh well. Aren't you a delightful chap? Close enough, I don't care. I don't care. What don't you care about? All of it. I don't care. Precisely how much do you not care? All of it. Just have a wander round in this vent system, because that's how you win. You travel through the vents. Surprise, motherfucker. And you never want a surprise, motherfucker. You only ever want a predictable motherfucker. You do not want a surprise motherfucker, because he'll just turn off in the middle of the day. He'll leap out at you and fuck your mother. That's why they call him a surprise motherfucker. Right, we're aiming for the square one. We need 3 of these, which shouldn't be too bad. I know I'm slightly going around the houses there, but I wanted a slightly easier route in for one of these other blips. Sometimes it's worthwhile just tracking round in what looks like a sort of meandering fashion, but is in reality
Readings indicate that we will find tomorrow.
Marvellously well planned.
No wonder there's so many guards.
Why are you attacking? I suppose, I mean, I know it's my turret, but I feel like you shouldn't know. I feel like that guy should not know it's not his turret anymore. But apparently, he really fucking knows. Because he is going to fucking town. Well, lucky for me, Oh, unlucky for me, he's got a dirty great shield, which is inconvenient, but 2 blasts of me super phaser. Super phaser. I'll tell you what I should do. I should look into some of these upgrades. The only one I really kind of need to do something with is the recon, and the recon's a bit shit. Let's have a look for Kirk's upgrades. He needs something. Support. Use, yeah, you install that. Solo hack, bypass, highlights all research items in tricorder view. Well, that could be useful, but then again, I'm giving it to Kirk and he doesn't do that sort of thing. You jam weapons. Yeah, go for that one. Kill. Oh, we've run out of bloody experience again. So I can afford accuracy. Fire rate, yeah, go on, have some fire rate. That's the ticket. Oh, right, yeah, so because I've given him the healing ability, he has immediately gone for the healing. Oh, it looks like we do want to head down this way. Easy enough path? I don't know.
It appears that they are experimenting on the indigenous creatures.
Well, that's just unfair.
I do not think either of us want to know.
We've got to get to Tamar.
Well, I mean, technically we should probably help out the little dudes as well. But apparently we are just going to skip past and wander on and ignore them, which seems unfair to me. Definitely seems unreasonable to me. Like the sort of thing, you know, heroic Starfleeters should perhaps, you know... Oh, we are sort of... You know, what? Where am I trying to get? Oh, we're doing it, we're doing it, we're doing it for the kids. Oh, we're no longer doing it, we're no longer doing it. Kirk's fault again, Kirk's fault again.
Good work, Spock. I couldn't have done that on my own.
No, you could not.
This appears to be
Be
some sort of
glad
prison.
I was
Tamar be here?
gracious
It
in
is
your
possible.
stupidity.
Let's keep looking.
Okay. Right. Thought for a moment there they'd already spotted me, and it was like, fucking hell. It's a bit much. Now. How much stealth do I fancy trying here? Not a huge amount, to truth be told. I have grown tired of stealthing. I just want to shoot things. You have an unhealthy obsession with shooting things. I do. I just enjoy shooting things. I do. Do you enjoy shooting things? I do. Why do I know he's going to turn around just before? No? Okay, good. That's basically my mantra with stealth games. You always know he is about to turn around at the worst possible shit. Yes, that is the official mantra. Kurt, could you maybe not stand in the middle of the path? I don't think he was going to be visible there, but... Hey! That sounds like the scene out of Red Dwarf. The giant T-Rex, when they're trying to sneak up on it, has had several mutton vindaloos. And you know what happens when a T-Rex has had several mutton vindaloos washed down by copious amounts of fizzy pop, and then finished off with several thousand pounds of ice cream? You get the runs. And we were sneaking up behind it. So this feels like a pointless room. Oh, I suppose it does technically say search the cells, and this was technically a cell.
An interesting
And
result.
we can scan that little whatever the fuck it is. Is it a weapon? Oh, instruments of pain. Sounds a bit like a metal band, doesn't it? We are instruments of pain. Well, there doesn't appear to be any other gore. Are you? I see. Fuck you. Apparently they ignored the alarm because they definitely haven't suddenly shot all over us, as it were. It's a poor choice of phrasing there, wasn't it? Aha.
It is Commodore Daniels' crew.
There's nothing we can do. Let's keep moving.
But, I mean, that's a bit unfair. They're floating in tubes. How do you know?
Why did I listen to Daniels? Why didn't I listen to my wife? She warned me.
Never listen to a man called Daniel.
When I thought I knew everything. At least everything Daniels told me. Damn it. Damn his promises of promotion, his promises of glory. Nothing but empty promises. Now we're all gonna die at the hands of these things from God knows where. I never should have left home. I never should have left my wife.
Well, you never know. Your wife might be happy about you having left her, so maybe you should leave your wife. You don't need absolute silence for these hacking mini games. I just had an air of concentration there for a moment. Entirely unnecessary and not required, but nonetheless, it just sort of happened.
There's still a chance. I can still get out of here alive. I'm too valuable not to. I just have to convince these creatures.
God, he's an arsehole, isn't he?
They're obviously not stupid. There's no way Starfleet will be able to hold off a full-scale invasion. If only I'd been more patient with Mars test. What? What are you doing?
I mean, they're probably going to kill you. And in fairness, you absolutely deserve it. You're an utterly atrocious dick. And possibly you have an utterly atrocious dick. Oh, this is at least the easier of the two, because all I have to kind of... Well, I say easier of the two. I stand by the statement, but I still went a little bit all over the place. But that variant, all you have to do is kind of keep the analog stick sort of shifting to the centre where the green circle is, whereas the other one is very much more sort of a... okay, she might be slightly suspicious that the floor just rose, but clearly not that fast. Now, yeah, we can probably stealth this a little bit more. I was going to say just fuck it, I'll go for it, but I can probably get at least a couple of stealth kills. Oh, okay. There were some loud ding-dings. Dink-dink. Oh, brinky-dink. Rinky-pinky. Stinky-dink. Now, what are the odds? I'll tell you what, we'll lock that door. Right, that woman's probably not coming out of that room now. Oh, no, she's come out the other fucking side. Kirk. Back off that way, son. Oh, she's going to be slightly confused that the door's locked. Oh. Apparently the door being locked, enough to sound all of the alarms. This is not great news.
Incoming!
So, what have we learned? Don't fuck with their door locks. They do not fucking like it. Yep, I just sort of ran out of cover, which, as I say, you can get away with being a bit sloppy. I suppose this is the problem with playing the normal mode. You can sort of get away with being sloppy, which kind of puts you in reasonably bad habits. I should try and avoid, I suppose. But, no. Like I say, sometimes it's fun just to have an easy ride of it. Right, yes, that seems unfair, because I'm pretty certain I didn't just get caught. And I suppose maybe there's a camera. Is there a camera? If there's a camera, then fair dues. Fair dues, that is entirely on me. Yeah, alright, that looks suspiciously like a camera. Yeah, okay, fine. Oh, whoops, I just blew myself up. I will... Oh, Vulcan Repeater Master, sweet! I suppose that's the benefit of having played as Spock this time round. I get the achievement for the other side. But yes, I'm going to embrace and accept that one on that occasion was entirely my fault. There was a security camera that I hadn't spotted, so it wasn't just the door that, you know, bullshitted me into losing. Oops, I didn't mean to lock that door. Because if I had, you know, if I'd spotted the camera and taken care of the camera, that would have potentially been a pretty awesome little tactic. She was distracted by the locked door, and I came up behind her and went, "Ha-ha, I will own you." But unfortunately, it didn't didn't work out that way. Oh no! Of all the people, he died in the line of duty. I swear. I swear an affidavit to that he died in the line of duty on the Gorn home planet. There was no, you know, it's definitely not. I suppose actually, what I have to do is that. Now it looks like he got shot by the Gorn.
Commodore, we're gonna get you
Or
out
shot
of here,
in the
sir.
Gorn if he's particularly unlucky.
He's a Starfleet officer, Spock. We're not just gonna leave
I
him
mean,
here.
we could do.
This is your fault.
What?
You led those things to the starbase. You did this to me.
Kirk,
It was your ignorant and reckless need
think
for
Kirk is not
recognition
paying
that opened
attention
the
to
rip and
Daniels
brought the
after
Gorn
all.
through. You abandoned your crew. You lied to Tamar. Your actions killed Surak. You...
Starfleet will believe
yeah.
me.
I'm not 100% sure Kirk is supposed to be facing that way.
Commodore,
I mean, he looks
Where is
reasonable, like he's
There's
looking
no
out
hope of
for
saving her.
Gorn, but
Where is she?
yeah,
They will
that's
do to her
definitely he's definitely
what they
supposed to
have
be
done to
talking
the
to
rest of
Daniels.
us.
Well, that is unfortunate, isn't it? I think Daniels may have actually just died. Yeah, he did, because there's dirty great guns there. Gorn came in and shot the shit out of him. So that's good. I said I wanted him to. Hey, ouch. Okay, if at first tactics don't win, fuck it.
Let's find Tamar and go home. This way.
Yeah, poor bastard got shot the shit. I'm fine with that. In fairness, I took him out before we talked to him, so I'm absolutely fine with that. Alright, we will activate that because that opens up our next door. Ideally, I could have done with a health boost there because I did. Recklessly running out in front of the arseholes is not necessarily the best tactic, but it worked. Exploding phaser blasts tends to get the job done. I must look out for cameras more. Not that I really care that much, but I probably ought to. As I say, I'm very much a shoot your problems away. I shoot all your problems away. Sounds a bit too drug based, doesn't it? I'll just shoot all my problems away. Shoot them up and shoot them down, and shoot them to the left, shoot them to the right. I mean, I'm not fussed, and I'm not biased against left. I can shoot left as well. I'll shoot whichever direction is required for me to shoot in.
this door cannot withstand our combined efforts.
What a way to put that. I know that is sort of the Spock language style, but it's a very peculiar way of saying it. This door cannot withstand our combined efforts.
Ambush!
No, I think it's just a regular bush. Oh, here we go. This is it. This is the beginning of the game. If you recall, a few weeks... There we go, Captain Grenade. This is the section we saw at the beginning, where we sort of get taken away and then end up in an arena fighting. I don't know if it literally just goes... We're just now starting. Not quite, no. We are back to our starting point.
Tamar!
Because the next scene you saw in the opening was Kirk and Spock going at it in an
Easy,
arena.
Spock. No need to go full human on me.
Blimey, if you've been typing for a solid half hour, that's going to be a hell of a message. I doubt Twitch would be able to handle it. In fact, possibly even Discord might not be able to handle it. Might have to be split up. So we've lost all our weapons, and we're being shoved into the...
What do you think this is all about?
I do not know, but I suspect it will not be pleasant.
Oh no, not the hordes. Oh, okay, this is bad.
New ideas here.
I suggest we find weapons.
Noted.
I found a weapon. I found a plasma grenade. Just need to toss it. Toss it in his face. Okay, I just need another one. Oh, I got a bow. Wow, I don't remember having bows. Oh, shot in the
Spock, if we get a
side.
shot, we need to find a way to free Tamar.
Indeed, Captain.
There's another one.
Come on, hello. Damn it. Yeah. Oh no, that's on me. I don't really want it on me, please. Oh, I wasted a bolt there. Bugger. Well, I mean, you're gonna just have to live with it, aren't you, mate? Ah, you bastard, get off me
I
again.
need you to assist me.
No, I should be kind of... Oh, Kirk needs assistance. Okay, I think we'll be restarting this section. I can't deny it. This section on hard feels like it might be really fucking hard. Oh, that... I just walked into my own plasma grenade. Blimey. Is this Star Trek or is this fucking Call of Duty? Because that's usually what happens on there.
New ideas here.
I suggest we find weapons.
Okay, so the Limax bow. Interesting. Last time, this bow seemed to be a one-shot kill on them. This time, it appears to have been a three-shot kill. As I was shooting him in the back, which I'm not going to deny is not the best way of doing it.
Indeed,
But
Captain.
unfortunately, this is not the best weapon against the quick little bastards. One of the best weapons against the quick little bastards. You're not the asshole. Then I might have just enough of a break to definitely not revive him. Yeah, no. This bit is going to be very troublesome. Oh, yeah, no.
Over here, sir.
He's not unavailable, you twonk. Oh, yeah,
Spock. New ideas here.
I suggest we find weapons.
I'm mostly open to ideas here as well.
Watch out! More!
I'm watching it, They really do seem to take an inconsistent amount of hits to die. Because previously they've died to one plasma grenade. Now suddenly...
Spock, if we get a shot, we need to find a way to free Tamar.
There must be a difference between...
We've seen us.
I know they've seen us. Hey! They're very awkward creatures to fight. Very awkward indeed. Toss that then. Oh, get off me.
Your assistance is requested, sir.
Oh, as long as it doesn't go from a health bar, we'll be able to sort of get the fuck back into the situation. Unfortunately, it keeps going from a bloody health bar. Oh god, the reload on this bow is not the world's best. Yeah, well, you do something about it then, mate. Do something about it. Don't just tell me it's incoming. You do something. Okay, now I need more bow. Bow, please. Bow. Bow, please. Please, bow. Bow, please. Marvellous. And bow. Oh, I feel like you should probably never use the phrase, yeah, sorry about the length of it. Block the message. Yes. I have the same issue sometimes. I do write quite epic missives that require sort of splitting up. I don't know, but oh, this is where they do.
Would you prefer that I lie to you and tell you that this is going to be easy?
No, I might.
Then, Captain.
This is actually the fella, I think, from the original series, or what is meant to be the fella from the original series.
Back on my feet. These weapons are pointless.
Yeah, I've
Perhaps we should
noticed.
consider using the grenades.
And the grenades aren't doing anything either. I think what I have to do.
Nothing appears to be working.
Yeah.
I can see that.
What I'm fairly certain I'm having to do.
Perhaps if we had another weapon.
Oh, good idea. You didn't happen to sneak a photon torpedo into this place, did you?
Hey, you bastard.
Didn't think so.
Yeah, the revival thing is just a little bit too awkward to do by yourself.
The items that we do have, we may be able to create a weapon with significantly more firepower.
Worth a try.
Okay, I really do rather die. Oh, apparently Kirk has suddenly magically risen up, but there you go. No, I don't seem to have any bloody plasma grenades on me at the moment.
Take as many grenades as you can carry. That thing isn't going to go down easy.
Okay, so how am I? Oh, apparently.
The balance of the weapon is off due to the excessive
Right.
weight of the
Okay,
grenades.
we're getting somewhere now.
To get closer.
Oh shit! I think I just blew him up. Bollocks. Well, okay, he really wanted me. Okay, he's slightly distracted with a rock. I should be able to get Kirk up.
Thanks for the assist.
Right, so I think... Yeah, right, I need more plasma grenades. More bow. More plasma. Okay, so I think I just get, like, maybe one shot? Question mark? Oh, so we did it. Well, I'm still slightly confused, but we did it, so fuck it, that'll do. As is my mantra. Sloppy, but I did it in the end. As it were.
Wonder what that's all about.
That wasn't quite intended to sound quite so euphemistic, but nonetheless, fucking well did. Ah, this is why Spock goes a bit mental, I suppose.
No!
Yes, fuck yes. I do say sloppy in the end. And here we go, this is the second scene they showed at the beginning of the game, which is Spock charging and trying to deck in Kirk. Which, in fairness, you got to admit, is a long time coming. The things Kirk does. Ooh, only half evil. Is that a glitch or deliberate? Probably deliberate, I think. It's supposed to just be taking hold of him.
Spock, it's me!
Plus, it allows them to sort of...
Stop!
In the beginning, they were able to show it so that it wasn't... it looked like it was just Kirk doing it. I don't know how to defend myself, but... Ah, that's how we put the gloves up. Struggle, there we go. Right. I mean, theoretically, Spock is definitely the more disciplined fighter. So, even if I don't actually win this, Spock, in reality, Spock definitely would win this.
You've got to resist this thing!
Resistance is futile.
It's me!
Yeah, yeah. Spock knows it's you. That's why he's enjoying himself. Oh, shuttle time. With a bit of luck, I suppose that's McCoy with the cure. Which, the fact that I know it's a band kind of makes me more amused, because McCoy has just come in with the cure on board the ship, and they just flick up the.
Captain?
It's all right, Spock.
Because that, of course, was the weird thing at the end of the third remake film. To disrupt the swarm, they needed something loud and sonic based. So, and I don't mean the Hedgehog style, loud and sonic based, as in music. Oh, okay, that was a weird glitch around their feet. That was very peculiar. Yeah, my feet. Apparently, I left several of my vertices behind.
There, let's go.
Go, let's go, go, go. Hey, you
Those
bastards.
lizard guys still have her, but we'll get our chance, I promise. Now let's go catch a shuttle.
Yes, I think we need to deal with these nests again.
That was incredible!
I must admit. He sounds very sarcastic when he compliments me for doing these things, but still. I had a feeling there was going to be one right next to me. Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, I'm having a bit of a hard time taking care of all of these nests. I mean, I feel like the charge shot definitely is the way to go, but he doesn't have protagonist powers. No, you are quite right. He does not have. He does not possess the powers of the protagonist as much as Kirk. To a certain extent, he does, of course. But
Sulu, can you land?
I mean, he should be able to. He's a pilot.
We'll need some cover.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I think. I was going to say, I think we get to use the mark thing. That was it. Well, hack that grenade, because definitely. Also, you really should. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Target. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh shit, Kirk's down. Well, I think we'll be restarting this bit again. I realise that's basically been the catchphrase of the past 2 hours. Well, it looks like we'll be restarting that again. I can't seem to get the...
I require assistance to
It
restore
looks like we'll be restarting that again. You can really tell Grump Force Chrome guys made this. Well, I mean, they definitely did. I don't know if you can... Oh, God, we have to go through all these things again.
Those lizard guys still have her, but we'll get our chance, I promise. Let's go catch a shuttle.
Bloody things. Bloody explodey creatures. Bloody explodey creatures. Oh dear, I've lost most of my health bar. I think we'll be restarting this bit again already. Hey. Right, okay. Oh no, there's another one there. These things. I'll tell you one thing you should try. You should perhaps try and do the actual getting involved in Taskmaster on Twitter. Do your own tasks, home tasking.
We'll need some cover.
Oh shit, this is very much a bow rather than...
We should be able to provide you with some air support.
Appreciate the help, Mr. Sulu.
Yes. I'm hoping... Oh! That's exactly what happened previously. That is a fucking nuisance, isn't it? Fuck me. Yeah, in fact, that is genuinely exactly what happened last time. Flipping Nora. How are we... Why is this bloody tricorder not doing it?
Ready in weapon.
Oh, okay. Apparently he just got up, so I'll take that as a win. Ah, here we go. Right, now I can target the thing. Oh, fuckering ball bags.
I'm hurt bad. Help!
I mean, they're every day. So, I mean, you can't necessarily take too much time on getting, getting something half decent.
What about tomorrow?
Yeah, they're every weekday. Or at least I'm fairly certain they're every weekday. No, they're definitely not weekly. They're definitely more regular than that. I'm fairly confident.
Spock will continue to spread.
Right, so I don't know precisely what I need to do differently, but I definitely need to consider doing something differently. Because it was,
Sulu, can you land?
not really happening.
We'll need some cover.
Yes, sir.
Oh, don't fucking die immediately. Christ.
Should be able to provide you with some air support.
There's not really
Appreciate the help, Mr. Sulu.
not good cover here, it would seem. Okay, here we go. Now, that's it. That's how we use it.
Fire now!
Right. Now, theoretically, you had a grenade, so I should be able to hack that grenade. Right, you've gone down now. Right, take that bolt. Right. The high ground. I should have long been thinking with Obi-Wan Kenobi's.
You should feel better now, Spock. We made it, Mr. Sulu.
We have visuals on you both. On our way.
Cool. Pick us up, then. Hey. So what's with the rabid oddities attacking you? They're an alien. They're an alien. They're an alien creature on the planet, and they like attacking us.
Sulu, activate scanners. I want to know where that damn Helios device is.
Scanning. The device appears to have moved onto one of their ships.
Jim, readouts are going nuts over here. Something's happening.
Oh no. Tell us what, and we might be excited.
What the hell is that?
I believe the Helios device has been reactivated.
Tamar,
It would stand to reason that they are using her to operate the device.
Mr. Sulu, get us on board the Enterprise. We can't tackle those things alone.
Aye, sir.
Kirk to Enterprise.
Perhaps they have gone back through the tear.
Captain, you might want to take a look.
They're kind of in the tear.
What the hell is that?
I think so, yes.
It appears that the Enterprise has been compromised.
I will probably
There's no
end
way
it
I can
next
get us
week.
through that, sir.
Or at least that was always the
you
original
can, but I
theory.
can.
I'm fairly certain it's
You
about an
are
8-hour
considered.
long game, and obviously I've been doing a couple of hours a week. So 4 weeks equates to pretty much the end of the game.
Ready?
Indeed.
Let's go get our damn ship back.
Yes, let's use these little skidoo things. Whoa! Whee! I'm flying through the space. Do, 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 do. I mean, you can kind of tell it's nearing the end as well because of the whole dramatic, the significantly more dramatic style. That was bloody
Enterprise isn't
close.
going anywhere until we deal with those things.
They needed a Scooty Puff Jr. I recognise the name. I just can't recall what Scooty Puff Jr. was. That was definitely a thing. What am I planning on playing in slot after? I don't know, is the honest truth. I don't know. There are several options. I plan on kind of keeping it maybe short-ish. Shortish and actiony.
can enter through one of the
So,
auxiliary exhaust ports in engineering.
if you have a guess at what it might be based on that description, fair dues. There isn't Star Trek 2, as far as I'm aware. Not in this style, at least. There's several brilliant Star Trek games, but not in this style.
Complaining about Spock. We got in, didn't we? Well, let's get her back.
Agreed.
Damn
Sure,
straight.
we're on board.
Oh, I think the game got a little bit confused. Thought I was supposed to be Kirk. Oh, now Spock's a little bit confused. What? I'm confused. I don't know where I want to go. Oh, no. Anyway. Anyway, we are going to leave it there because it's practically midnight and it allows me to play a little bit next week. Yeah, I have actually been... I did restart Dark Souls recently. And, I mean, certain elements of your run I put to absolute fucking shame. Because I did that... I think it's the Asylum Demon, isn't it? The very first boss you encounter. I grant you, I'm not going to rip you to shreds here, but I knew where the door was. So I was able to bypass that instantaneously without any issue. Oh, I've walked off the back of plenty of cliffs. In fact, possibly even the same cliff you've walked off of several times. But I did that, and then I got all the way round, and I knew about the plunging attack. And when I did the plunging attack on him, it shredded about maybe a third of his health bar. And then, because I decided to go Pyromancer, I was just able to polish off the remaining 2/3 of his health bar with potentially 2 to 3 Pyromancy Fire Blasts. So that was like, it was genuinely like, it was like, wow, he struggled for like 4 hours or something on this thing, and I just shredded it in about 2 seconds. And then the sort of Black Knight, the first Black Knight was kind of the same story. I snuck up behind him, stabbed him in the back, drew him into the sort of arena-y area that you fought him in, and then just went and poof, burnt to death. So that was quite, there was a modicum of entertainment value to that, then I think I didn't do too much more, and now I'm sort of just like, can't really be bothered with that fucking bell gargoyle. I don't claim bragging rights. Yes, it is going to be fucking easier, I know, but it's mildly intriguing how much easier it was, because I absolutely shredded its health bar in a surprising fashion. Because I was perfectly, ready to just sort of go, fuck it, I'll do the first 5 minutes and then give up again, as I always do. And then, lo and behold, that asylum demon went down like a little bitch. And it was quite interesting to behold. And then the tourist demon was a little bit troublesome, because he just kept being a bit of a pain in the arse and not doing what he needed to do. And some of the reach these fucking things have, some of the reach they have is absolutely atrocious. And often they are the reach seems far longer than their actual weapon. One mildly amusing thing, of course, was, how you're supposed to be able to sort of chop off the tail of the gargoyles. Apparently you can also burn the tail off, because that's what I did. I rallied fire at its face, and lo and behold, magically I cut its tail off. So apparently I've got magical cutting fire as well. But yeah, I've not gone back to it recently, because I bought Overcooked 2 and XCOM Chimera Squad, and so it was kind of like, do I want to play a game I absolutely fucking hate and will grow angrier and angrier at trying to beat? No. Let's play Overcooked 2, one of the most entertaining and fun games in all existence, really. And XCOM Chimera Squad, which is, it's fundamentally XCOM, and I do like certain elements, but there's still some glaring glitches that are like, I would have thought they could have improved the camera by now. The whole sort of, hey look, you've done a super shot, so I'm going to zoom the camera straight up your asshole. And it's just like, oh my god, this camera is embarrassing. Guys, come on. You've had like a main game, an expansion, and you've still not got your camera right. Yeah, a lot of proper Dark Souls fans just go, yeah, the hitboxes make it harder, and, that's part of the point of playing them, but, Did it launch? I don't know if it launched better than XCOM 2. I'll take your word for it. I have no reference point to that whatsoever. But yeah, and it's kind of quite a lot of little bugs that shouldn't be in Chimera Squad are in Chimera Squad, and you would have thought they'd have ironed those bugs out by now, considering the amount of experience at doing that mode they've had. But overall, it's been quite enjoyable. It's a little bit sort of XCOM light, it feels like, but still. Now, see, I usually find its flaws creep up more and more and more, and when I accidentally back off a roof, fair dues, that's entirely me. When I dodge roll out the way of something that's clearly out the way of something, and it still manages to just flex that weapon just that little bit further than it should, it's a nuisance. And that's Dark Souls in a nutshell for me. It's a fucking nuisance, and I just I even sort of like, okay, one thing I really, really can't stand about Dark Souls is its insistence on you repeating shit that doesn't matter. So, with that bell gargoyle, I just want to go to the bell gargoyle and have another go. I want to get to it, have another go. Okay, fuck it, I failed, I want to have another go. But what you end up having to do is you have to go through a big arsehole on the stairs, who is a pain to beat. There's a big arsehole there's that crowd of fucking zombies that chances are there's so many of them, they're going to get a hit in. And then you finally get back to the boss, and it's like, right, I lost. Okay, now I got to go through the fucking arsehole and the zombies again. And it's just like, I don't need that. You don't need those encounters to be infinite. Because, I mean, I'm not great with sort of respawning enemies at the best of times, but I don't necessarily mind enemies respawning eventually. But the fact that every time you die, everything resets, it's like... But, there you go. Now that'd be interesting, because it's difficult to know whether Chimera Squad is running at limited frames because my machine can't handle it, or because the game is poorly coded then. Or poorly done, I suppose. I want Remington to masturbate. Is that what IWRTM stands for? If Wesley retreats to mansion, it's actually pretty good. But only if he retreats to the mansion. I want to reach the moon, of course. The Cal variant of I want to reach the moon. Oh, right, fair enough. It's running fine on your PC, so I assume it's your machine. Fair enough. That's fine. I usually do assume it's my machine, but every now and again it seems to have chugged away. But I think that's because there's bombs and shit tons of enemies on the screen at the same time. But still, you do get preset characters, yes. And now you said you don't like that. Oddly enough, I do quite like that. Because I quite like the fact that they've all sort of got kind of personalities and have sort of preset skills. And I tell you, Verge, the character Verge, single best character in the entire game. He is the fucking best. Because he can just go, you, battle madness, shoot your friend. You, stupor, remain stunned. And then next time his turn comes around, he can sort of go, pew, mind flay, and damage them. It's awesome. Verge is the best character in the game. Final Fantasy. Oh yes, preset class. Yeah, it might have been. It might have been, but I mean, the XCOM soldiers have very little personality because you sort of put the personality on them, and I don't mind that, but I also quite like having these sort of specific characters that they can sort of explore and do more with because they have personalities, they have the sort of pre-existing friendships and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think if it was a main XCOM, I would definitely be all for they should do it the same sort of way. But this is kind of XCOM light, so it's kind of rather than you've got this sort of massive military facing off against an open, an unearthly force. I assure you, I was not going to be the opinion police. You think, the sort of generic-y character of the original XCOM is good. I like the personality and style bought by a sort of pre-made character or preset character, as you say. So I'm happy to call that as a difference of opinion there. But yeah, so but rather than this bigger scale military force, you become the Chimera Squad, which is more skirmishy type things. So it's rather than sort of big long streets, it's a series of sort of smaller rooms, and I absolutely love the breach system. That is great fun to behold, and I really like it. I know I'm probably sort of influenced just by the fact that it's just because of the slow-mo style of it, but it's so much fun seeing them go, breach, 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 poof, kick the door in. Or I've got Axiom on my team, which is a muton fella, and what he does prior to opening a door, or he doesn't open a door, in fairness. If you'd gotten in there early, you would have gotten it for half that price. Yes, I do have an Axiom and a Verge. Verge is the awesome sort of psionic fella. Axiom is the big chunky muton. I take it there's a significance to that. I've not spotted the significance of Axiom and Verge. Do feel free to enlighten me. It's probably... Oh, I see. There's a game called Axiom Verge. It's not by 2K or the other company, is it? Oh, you can still get it for half price. Oh, that's good. Oh, well, it's well worth $8.49. I have definitely, without doubt, had $8.49's worth of pleasure out of the game. But I do quite like the fact that Axiom will battle raw prior to smashing in a door. And you can do sort of other really cool breach effects, like one of my fellas has flash grenades on his person. So one of the breaches, you have Axiom smash in the door, and I think it's Blue Blood. Yeah, I think it might be Blue Blood is the fella who flings in a stun grenade. Now, I grant you, it's terribly disappointing when you see him throw in the stun grenade. It goes bang, and you get in the little side panel. Oh, I see. It didn't hit anybody. It didn't hit anybody. Oh dear. I don't have a specific number for you. Let's see. I do have the Viper character called Talk. I didn't know she was exclusively slipping through vents, because I've got the armour that allows me to slip through vents. So I tend to let Verge, because Verge is my man, or my alien, I suppose. Okay, now, see, this is an interesting question you throw up. You probably could do, to a certain extent, end up with a sort of more or less fixed squad, but I do like changing them around. Plus, to a certain extent, you're going to want to train your characters. Because they are preset characters, they also can't perma-die. So if they get, like, sort of knocked out and you don't stabilise them, it's game over. If you stabilise them, they end up gravely wounded, and they can end up with a battle scar, which is sort of a semi-permanent sort of ailment, I suppose, detraction to their stuff. Well, I might be wrong, I suppose, but no, I think, in fairness, by no permadeath, it's game over. Yeah. Which bit's the same as XCOM? Oh, what, because they're classified as gravely injured if they're knocked out and... Yeah. But yes, this game features battle scars instead of permadeath, I suppose, is the idea. But you can then train them to overcome the battle scar, which again might mean you're forced into rotating your team somewhat. And yes, I got you were joking, but nonetheless, it's not permadeath for each individual character, but essentially if you let them die, that's game over. So it's almost more of a, a super powerful permadeath, as in permadeath of the game. But anyway, as I say, I've been thoroughly enjoying it so far. There's been a couple of there was one mission that kind of stacked up a little too heavily against me, but then I had another crack at it, and lo and behold, it was suddenly, oh dear, this. Oh, boom! You have it too. Right. But suddenly, I did it the same way, in exactly the same fashion, and somehow it went so much better. Yes, that is true. It's interesting, actually. I was thinking it was a lot easier than standard XCOM. However, I then lost, and I lost hard. So it was a bit of a, okay. Well, that's exactly kind of why I bought it, because it's interesting. I think it's moderately fascinating, because you Chester, I think, threw it up in the Discord. And that reminded me, because I'd seen it prior to that, that reminded me that actually I'd put that on my wish list. And I thought, fuck it, 850, not 850, I might as well have it. But moments after, or I say moments, I mean post you putting that post in the Discord, I spotted that Sleeves had bought it as well. So that was mildly intriguing. Again, I don't know whether it's specifically related. He may have bought it independently on his own. But it was interesting to see, okay, you've mentioned it. I've gone, oh shit, yeah, I'll pick that up. And then I check out the sort of activity tab in Steam, and lo and behold, Sleeves has grabbed it as well on the same sort of time frame. And Nick picked it up as well. There you go. Everybody picked it up because of you. I think you should probably write to 2K and go, hello, I put your game in a Discord and everybody fucking bought it. I did your advertising team's job for you. Can I have a little bit of payment, please? No, I'm sure you don't talk like that. I'd like to point out. I'm sure you do not actually talk like that, which is it's a very peculiar way of talking. But nonetheless, you've very much done it. I mean, now see, personally, I would possibly recommend doing XCOM, the remaining games. So I can never remember. I think it's XCOM. You've got XCOM Enemy Unknown. Then there's the expansion pack, which was Enemy Within. I imagine Chester can probably correct me if I'm incorrect here, because I think he knows. He possibly knows it off by heart. So I think it's XCOM Enemy Unknown. Then you've got XCOM Enemy Within, which is kind of the expansion pack. Then there's XCOM 2, I think. And then I think XCOM 2 got an expansion? Did it? Or am I making that up? I might be making that bit up. And then there's XCOM Chimera Squad. Is that the order? I'll give chat a moment to catch up and see if Chester can enlighten us somewhat. But I think it's possibly worthwhile playing XCOM 2 at the very least. But yeah, I think it's worthwhile doing XCOM and XCOM 2 at the very least to get the sort of story, I suppose. I mean, does it really matter at the end of the day? Fuck no. But you might feel a little bit more confident in understanding why Chimera Squad exists, I suppose, if you were to play it, the first one and the second one in order. Well, I mean, yeah, fundamentally, Aliens bad, shoot now. Well, now see, technically in Chimera Squad, it's these aliens good, don't shoot those. Because Verge, as I say, Verge is an alien. He's one of the sort of sectoid character aliens, but slightly taller. I think he is classified as a sectoid still, because I think they evolved the aliens somewhat in the second game. Again, Chester perhaps remembers more. My memory is an atrocity to humankind. Shoot bad, not friend. Yeah. It added a few extra words to the general plot. But yeah, as I say, Verge is sort of sectoid based, so he's got that kind of mind powers, which is what I absolutely fucking love. I think, what's his fucking name? Cherub. Cherub is, I think he's a human hybrid type one, a human sort of evolved human type thing. Yeah, did they officially classify XCOM 2 as following on from Absolute Loss? I don't think. I think, in fairness, they did do a bit of a bridge. Oh, they did. Oh, fair enough. Because I know XCOM 2 is based on being the Resistance, but I got the impression what it was actually supposed to be was you won, and then lo and behold, you lost. you really, you won, but really you lost. Not literally so many people lost, they just went, yeah, you lost, that's fine. But I don't know. XCOM? That's a new one. they're the earlier iteration of XCOM. It took them a while to get to XCOM. Yeah, I mean, you seem to have had a real hard time of XCOM recently, with the lack of allies. Now you've got allies, you might start, cooking on gas and rolling down hills and stuff. But yeah, you've encountered some nasty bastards without the right equipment, and the right equipment being lasers. Yes, because XCOM Chimera Squad, I think, takes a lot from XCOM 2. I mean, in fairness, that is XCOM all over, isn't it? But yes, the laser weapons, I think, make a huge difference because they're more accurate. Again, correct me if I'm mistaken here, but I think they are more accurate and do more damage. They are, a double whammy of better. So theoretically, if you pack us snipers with a couple of those laser sniper rifles, we should have your squads back no end. I must admit, I can't remember the next upgrades to those. I think you do plasma weapons, don't you? But I can't remember if there's a 4th stage. Don't spoil it for him if you do know that. If you do know the 4th stage, don't necessarily spoil it. I'm sure Malice will come across them at some stage and stuff. There might be beam, I suppose. Yeah. As I say, I'm post plasma. I would be guessing, so it won't necessarily be a guaranteed spoiler. And yeah, we might as well try and keep a few surprises for you. Otherwise, this whole conversation is slightly ruining XCOM for you, perhaps. But I know you've technically, I suppose, the original. They are based on the original XCOMs, aren't they? So there are distinct similarities, so you might glean some information from having played the originals. Oh, I'm sure they can. But that's a very strange sentence to be able to write, isn't it? Surely, so long as Nick and Goose can still run off and blow off alien testicles. Yes, that cyber disc. Ooh, that was unexpected, but fun. Unexpected but fun. But yes, one suggestion I do have for you, and I do remember it being very effective against a certain enemy that you'll come across soon. And this isn't spoiler as such. This is just a sort of tactical suggestion, and you can take it, you can dismiss it, you can do whatever you like with it. But my tactical suggestion for you is always make sure you get your snipers and possibly your sort of other, rifle users perhaps. Make sure you get a couple of them on Overwatch before moving any other unit too far forward. Because if memory serves, and I think you saw it on last week's XCOM, I might be wrong, but I think you saw it. When you reveal the aliens, they go, oh shit, there's a human, and they scatter and move, which means your Overwatchers will get an immediate shot. So it is well worth sort of trying to deliberately set up an Overwatch prior to moving forward. And there is an enemy, as I say, where Overwatch is slightly godly, even more so than you found there, if you set it all up correctly. And obviously, XCOM numbers work in your favour. Because, unfortunately, and it feels like they've, given a little bit more slack when it comes to XCOM numbers, because, you know, in Chimera Squad, I'm kind of hitting sort of 38%ers, and it's like, whoa, this is not the XCOM I know. Usually an 80%er misses, but I do, you know, XCOM I think is almost famous for the idea of XCOM numbers being almost as bad as Vassal dice, I suppose. I don't know if Vassal have improved their dice, but that sort of extremes. Oh yes, of course. Yeah, I mean, you've killed... Who have you killed so far? Chester. Both Hydros, of course. And Ganon? Did you kill Ganondorf, or did he survive? I can't remember now. He did kill Ganon. Okay. Oh, and Dusky. I didn't remember Dusky. Or Gaping Dusky, as you called him previously. He's a very different type of Dusky. That's what he does at weekends. And the less said about it, the better. Yeah, well, you've only seen the fairly sort of easy Muton. There are some Muton evolutions that are very much worse than that. Probably, I must admit, I'm surprised you didn't see the ones I'm thinking of prior to the Cyberdisc, because the Cyberdisc is a hardcore. Yes, I'm genuinely surprised on that mission. I was watching it thinking, that's it, I'm done. My character's done. Because it really did not look like it was going to go well for you. I didn't think, you know, I didn't think my character would reach the... No, it wasn't necessarily let them. You wouldn't have had a choice, because I genuinely thought the movement range was going to be just shy of the evac point. So it was going to be a case of, well, I can get 2 of you out, but 1 of you is left behind. And it was going to be like 1 space away or something like that. And it was going to be like, I've already moved the other 2. I either let them sit in the open and get shot to shit, or I just leave that guy behind. So yeah, that's one of those oddities. Anyway, I think we've discussed XCOM significantly lengthier than I was planning to. So I will definitely say the final cheerio for this Bonanza of the Extraordinary, and I will then pick up the old Shadow Hearts. We can continue next week. That's nowhere near finished, so that's not going anywhere. And then I suspect if you know, it was all based on estimations and approximations, I suspect I will be completing Star Trek next week. Whether it's earlier than the midnight time or not, I don't know. If it's earlier than the midnight time, I'll probably just improvise with something quick and simple. If it's later, if it's close to midnight, we'll leave it and figure out something else for the following week. Assuming the calculations are all correct and it ends next week. We will have to see. Anyway, I will leave you with one final and automatically saluted. You can't see it, but I did. I automatically saluted you all. Just a quick one. Not like a proper military one. Just a quick sort of cheerio. Final cheerio.